back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. It looks like we got some action, guys. We got two releases. We have a showcase, and we may have some drama if somebody shows up. So it could get juicy, guys. It could get very juicy. So I'm waiting on Brandon, and then we will get started. There's not much overall, but the two releases are good. So let's start saying hello to you guys. There's 17 of you guys in here already. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. We got Lucha in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. See, even the computer hates you. Unreal. He says, what up, my 1-6 inner Jazzing, Hot Toys, Hono, Blitzway, and third-party collectors. Unbelievable. We got Bao.
How you doing?
Says, hello, welcome, my 1-6 professional hairdressers. Wait, why? What are you talking about, hairdressers? What happened? Did I miss something? Babu! We got Joker J in the house. Welcome, my
Hello!
Happy Tuesday. We got Christian in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Thank you for being here. Welcome. We got Uncarded in the house. Says, he's like, Konnichiwa, peasants. Unbelievable.
Hello!
Welcome, my friend. We got Warhorse in the house. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else is in the house. I already hit that like button. How about you incoming fella? Yes, guys, hit that like button. Thank you guys for being here. Does anyone? Oh, man.
Wrong. I don't think so.
Peasants do. My friend. We got the door in the house. Welcome, my friend. Long time. This guy's been MIA. This guy's been a long time MIA. Unreal, unbelievable. We got Jason. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Thank you for being here. We got Matt Planet in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. We got Thule in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Thule hit the jackpot today. That peasant. We got Sean in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Yes, guys, hit that like button if you haven't yet. There's 24 of you guys in here. Remember, less is more, guys. The less we have, the more we have. So only 24 of you guys, that means we have 1,000. Don't forget to hit that like button. Are the Hot Toys Cosbaby similar? I'm thinking of upgrading. Yeah, same thing, pretty much. Same exact thing. Pop, Funko Pops and Cosbabies are the same thing. You'll be in the same game. You wouldn't feel like you're out of place if you started collecting. You know, they're obviously slightly different. I think the Cosbabies might be a little bit smaller, if I'm not mistaken, but it's the same style of stuff, so you're not gonna feel out of place. Jack. Oh man, this guy. So guys, like I said, we have a showcase, nice showcase in Japan. It's a Star Wars showcase at that, which is very exciting. It has to do with the dark side. Join the dark side, it's called. So we're gonna get into that. Also, like I said, we got the two releases. Also, guys, we're gonna get into the Ghostbusters by Star Race. They're out for pre-order. It's gonna get crazy. I don't know what people are gonna do. You have 3 sets of Ghostbusters now. You got Blitzway, which we don't know when the pre-order is. We have Star Race, and we have Present Toys. So I don't know who's been asking for these many Ghostbusters, but we're getting them. We are getting them. Thor says, for Halloween, I'm dressing up as something scary in our chill. Unbelievable. Gina, welcome. Nice to see you.
Hello!
Uh,
Hello!
I didn't mean to do that, of course. But you got a double hello. For Halloween, I'm dressing up. What about guys? Also, Comic-Con, 2 days from now. Anybody going? Anybody in the chat going to Comic-Con this year? I'll be there Thursday and Saturday with Mike on Thursday. Mike Thursday and Rudy on Thursday, and then Mike only on Saturday. Let's see who else is in here. I'm waiting to dip my toes into collecting hot dogs, but I'm not ready to jump in there. Yeah, no, you better. I mean, here's the thing. You can start with older figures. You could start with used figures if you really want to get into hot toys. Like in the sense of, I want to start collecting hot toys. How do I get in them? Yes, they're expensive, but you could always start with used figures. You can start with older figures, which that you can find for cheaper. That's a smart way to start. You don't have to go all out, buying the Iron Man that just came out at $500, $400, whatever it is. Just be smart. We got Big Dog in the house. Woo!
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, my friend. Who's getting the HasLab back to 1A and B? Probably you. Probably just you, as usual, peasant. We got Paul in the house. Welcome, my friend. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. So yeah, guys, Comic-Con Thursday. I will be there. We're gonna try to get there early-ish. Hopefully. Probably gonna end up leaving by like 3-ish, 4, no later than 4. I can tell you that. Because I got a function after at 6 p.m. So we got to be out of there. We got to be home by 5 latest, so I could get to the function. Hopefully, I'm not dead from all the walking like I usually am. I don't know if you guys were here when I went last year. Let me tell you something. My body was on fire. Okay, my body was on fire. My legs, my feet, my hips, my actual spine was like super, super tight. It was a nightmare, but we got to do it every year. As long as we could do it, I'll do it. And I could only do it because of Mike, or else I would have never done it. We got Derek in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
I always wanted to go to Comic-Con. I would have never bought my own tickets. I would have never went. I never knew how to get there. I had been to Javits Center prior years ago to the car show. And then I never went back. So that's why I would have never went. I always wanted to go, but I would have never showed up by myself. We got Wayne Timothy. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, welcome. Guys, there's 29 of you guys in here. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. We got Leo in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Channel member in the house. Guys, don't forget that if you haven't thought about joining the channel, please do so. Join the channel. Believe me when I tell you, you'll love it. Ask any other channel members if they hate it. They wouldn't be channel members. Duh. Let's see who else is in the house. All right, so I'm going to get started while we wait for Brandon. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Welcome, Brandon.
I like my OnlyFans running. Oh.
I was about to get started without you, but it was perfect timing because now we get into the drama. So we're going to start off with the disrespectful post. No, we have to get into it. We have to get into it. You know why? Because I can guarantee you people saw it. And this is what we're going to get into. So, because people saw it in the group. So, all right, guys. So this is what happened.
Oh,
and again, it's nothing malicious. It's nothing bad, but it happened. So we gotta talk about it because people who may have seen it could take it the wrong way. And
Brandon pissed the bed. That's what happened.
Right. So I want to clear it up. I want to make sure that everybody knows that, it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't it wasn't a positive thing. It wasn't done in a positive way or in a positive light. It was a mistake. So all right. So this is what happened, guys. We're gonna get right into it. So for those who don't know, I have a group, Hot Toys 16 Evolution. If you haven't joined on Facebook, go ahead and do so. Brandon is I believe, an admin or moderator in the group. Okay, so he has his own group, so he doesn't really post much in my group, but this one time he did. Okay, and this post. Okay, so for those who don't know, Brandon has a website. He sells BS scrap. What is it? Go?
bscrap.co.
Yeah, bscrap.go. So he sells, parted out figures, and he sells full figures and blah blah blah. So anyway, so he posted a promo post, right? And the huge mistake that he made, okay, was that I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was doing, but he decides to link in my group, no less, okay? In my group, out of all people, a link for Justin's channel, okay?
Yeah, I did that.
And so so that comes up on my feed, and I said, what the is going on right now? Like, immediately I said, what's happening right now? So in my head, I'm like, why would he do this? Assuming that he knew everything, okay? So I'm like, why would he do this? This doesn't look good. This doesn't make sense why he would do this while he's trying to promote something. I was like, no. I deleted the post so quickly, and I said, yo, what are you doing? so explain your history with Justin and why that even happened.
So these are the glasses of shame, by the way. I wear them when I can't look somebody in the eye. No, so I knew a lot about like the Toys Wonderland thing, and then the funny thing is I knew about a lot of the Justin stuff too, but I didn't realize that the guy named Justin also had a channel named Justin's Collection. So I kind of didn't know that this was actually the guy that was coaxing people to buy from Toys Wonderland and then getting scammed. So yeah, I learned that the hard way. That was kind of neat. As soon as I heard it, I said, no, that's got to be bullshit. Have you seen this guy's videos? It's great. He always plugs Toys. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, so I did that. That was the thing.
So wait, so you didn't know anything?
All I know. So this is the deal. I knew somebody named Justin was hated by the community because he pumped people to Toys Wonderland. I don't watch the videos all the way through. The only YouTube content I ever watched from beginning to end without missing a single episode ever is FabsFigures show. You know what I mean? That's it. Everything else I just kind of skip and hop through, except but FabsFigures. Oh my gosh, I love that show. Anyway,
I don't think so.
So yeah, I plugged the guy. Yeah, the guy who, I guess at some point in his video he plugs Toys Wonderland, says buy all your kit from Toys Wonderland. Is that the thing, or like what? Because all I knew is that he was tied into Toys Wonderland, okay, and that people got scammed. So
yeah, that's it. He promotes it. He links it in the description on the videos. He talks about it all the time. When it first started with it, he was demonizing Sideshow for that main reason, for people to say, well, I'm done with Sideshow, let me go to Toys Wonderland. And so all of that happened. That's when
what was the deal with him and Sideshow? He plugged Sideshow? He used to plug Sideshow, or what?
No. So remember what I said, people got to demonize, okay? People got to demonize something when they want something to get something out, right? So what he started doing was, all of a sudden, because he linked up with Toys Wonderland, he started demonizing Sideshow, talking shit about Sideshow, saying Sideshow was sending his figures late. He was not getting them on time, blah, all this bullshit that like wasn't even happening because he was getting figures, to him overnight anyway. So he started lying to people about Sideshow so they could be like, oh, yeah, Sideshow. So, and people started talking shit about Sideshow. Like the community was like, oh, yeah, Sideshow. And I'm like, what the hell's happening right now? I'm like, Sideshow never stole a dime from anybody. If anything, Sideshow will give you your money back to avoid any issues. So when he started talking shit about them, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, hold on a second. And then obviously the shills followed. And I was like, no. And then everybody got scammed. And I was like, there you go. This is why he was demonizing, because he needed everybody to go from Sideshow to Toys Wonderland to get ripped off.
Yeah, so that's what I did. Yeah. Christian I plugged the scammer.
Plugged the scammer. Christian says, Fabs, if you start selling t-shirts or hats that say peasant, do you collect? I'll buy some. Imagine. That's
but it was funny because, you know, when I'm trying to identify parts, because a lot of times I'll buy for like parts lots. Okay, somebody will go, hey, I got this whole box of parts. So then I got to identify which parts go with which figures. I know a lot of them, obviously, because I've handled so many. But, you know, sometimes I got to go to unboxing videos to go ahead to figure out what goes where or what belongs to what. And so I was listing the IG-12 accessories on the website. And I was like, okay, I need to know which one. I think it was an issue with the Anzellans or something. And then so I had listed them. I just finished listing them. And then that video pops up on my feed. And what's funny is that I started using the Brandalorian Scrapyard page on Facebook much more than my own personal profile, because I'm trying to build that up and build the brand.
Smart.
And so I thought, oh, okay. Like I've been scrolling and I saw like 3 different people posting unboxing videos. So I just hit share on one. Like I thought, okay, I recognize these colors or whatever. I didn't even look at it. And I shared the video and it's like, okay, here, you know, great. Take a look at the accessories that you can get on BS Scrap Go. And yeah, it was just in the video.
We got Giovanni in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Big man popping off.
We got Ernesto. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, big man, thank you for the compliment, but Fabs is just as good a host as I am. So
say unreal. People are so hurt with your move. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see. See, they know.
How dare you?
Catching it left, right, and center. I'm watching the chat.
Oh man. All right, we're gonna get started, guys. Gina says, Brandon, are you trying to hide those glasses?
Yeah, that's yep.
Is
Same.
Justin the Australian guy? Yes. We got Chris. Welcome,
Yeah.
my friend. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Lentes oscuros, marihuana seguro. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Oh, well.
Shout out to P-Rock. Shout out to P-Rock. Unbelievable. Let me see who else is in here. We got Jim in the house. Welcome, my friend. This is your new hello, Jim. Since you're the only one who asked for this, this is your new hello.
Yikes.
Ah, man. Joker just says, Justin was on the island with Bill Gates. Oh, we got a super chat from Jason, my friend. He says, just supporting the best channel host. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it as always. Oh, my God, this is awesome. You come in clutch every time. Every single time. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend, again, as always.
Coupon code for anybody that caught it a couple seconds ago.
What coupon code? What coupon code?
I tore it up. It's gone now. You'll have to watch the feed again.
Oh, I see what you did. I got you. We got Martin in the house.
Yeah.
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Hello.
Let's see who else is in the house. Carter says, I don't feel safe with Brandon showing feet covered in baby oil. No diddly. He said no diddly.
Hey, I'm gonna start using baby oil before I take those feet pics from now on.
Can you imagine?
That's a great idea.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get right into the showcase. Again, this is from Japan. They're calling it the Join the Dark Side. So I think this is what is going to be coming very soon. I think this is how they teased the remaining Inquisitors, right? We got the
No,
fifth sister and the fourth brother, or whatever they're
not
called.
right now.
What do you mean?
No more releases.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is what they're going to use to justify that release, because remember that they were teased during that the original post when they first made it months ago. So here they're showing you all of the dark side figures. None of them are out yet. They're all pre-orders at the moment. We have Revan, we have Star Killer, we have, it looks like Clone Wars Darth Maul. I don't see why they would make that again. But that's what it looks like. I don't think it's coming again. It shouldn't come again. There was nothing special about the figure besides it being from Clone Wars. Guys, there's 46 of you guys here in here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys for being here as well. We got Diecast Grievous. We have the Emperor Palpatine in here, also from Clone Wars. And we got, obviously, the Artisan Anakin, which looks great. The hair looks, at least to me, it looks slightly better than the original promo pictures. And here is the full-blown battle damage that's also up for pre-order right now, looking beautiful. This is the exclusive one with the amazing sculpted cape. A lot of people don't like this, don't like the cape. I feel like they think, or they do think, that it takes up a lot of space, a lot of room. And then obviously, last but not least, the comic book, what's his name? Luke Skywalker. So also Artisan. The hair's kind of funny looking, but it is what it is. So Brandon, you being a hardcore Star Wars fan, I don't know if you were around before the Revan and Star Killer were announced. But did you ever expect these figures from being made by Hot Toys? And the reason I'm asking you is because of this. We had a stream before, literally weeks before they were announced. And for whatever reason, we got into that topic of, Revan, like which Star Wars figures we wanted them to. I think it was during the time that the video game was out.
I was on that show, funny enough. Mr. I don't know if you were here.
I don't remember. I think so. But so the whole point was somebody in the community, a real tool bag at that, was in the stream that day and says, for veterans, how can you, pretty much saying that for people who are veterans, who call themselves veterans, how can they possibly assume or think that Hot Toys would ever possibly make Star Killer and Darth Revan? Literally, like I said, weeks away, like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It wasn't long by any means after that streak. So there was absolutely no reason for Hot Toys to come out with these figures. Again, besides the fact that there was a video game out and those were possibilities from the game, blah, blah, blah. How do you feel about Hot Toys getting into figures like these that, again, people didn't expect them to ever make?
I kind of, even if it's not my property, like if it's not something I'm into, like, I mean, I love Marvel, but I don't collect Marvel, for example. So even if it's not my property, I still celebrate when certain figs are dropped because people love to get their figures. You know what I mean? People love to get their one-offs that they thought were never going to get made. I really didn't think we would see Star Killer simply because Star Killer is like third-rate property. He was great storytelling, great character, but he was kind of a third-rate property because he was one of those stories where the game wasn't bad, but the first game was good, second game was trash, but you kind of had shitty acting in the cutscenes. You had like the voices were terrible. Like there were a lot of reasons for him to be a third-rate character and not show up. So the fact that he got made, I thought was pretty cool because I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it shows that Hot Toys kind of listens because he was a popular character.
Right.
You know, but I just didn't think he would get made because of the property that he came from. I had a feeling we would always see Revan because Revan is such a universally loved character. And you had he comes from Knights of the Old Republic, which is a universally loved game. If you
Right.
played the game, you loved it, and if you played the game and you didn't love it, well, you're wrong. You know, go back and play it again.
The one thing for me was I didn't not think that they were going to make the figures. I just didn't think so soon, because I always look for figures that obviously come from, whether it's a TV series, Disney Plus series, a movie, right? So there was nothing regarding Starkiller or Revan for them for Hot Toys, you know, for us to justify Hot Toys making these figures. So that's what I was like, you know, I was like, there's no way. But if any company in the 1/6 scale game is going to make them, it's going to be Hot Toys. I can tell you, InArt's not going anywhere near those licenses. 3-0's not going anywhere near those licenses. Blitzway's not going anywhere near those, even though
I don't think they could even afford the licenses.
Huh?
I said, I don't think those third-party companies can even, I mean, third-party, but I would think that those other companies couldn't even afford the licenses. You got to imagine the licensing beyond Star Wars stuff is exceedingly high.
Well, that's the thing. But Blitzway, right? I just mentioned Blitzway.
I saw those.
Right? But they're great. They're doing the 3rd scale Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they look incredible. So they really do. They are getting the license, but they're getting it for statues, not for 1/6 scale figures. Right? So that's why I knew immediately that if anybody's going to make these figures, it's always going to be Hot Toys and Hot Toys only. Right? You can have a third-party company make them unlicensed. They're not going to be great, but that's the only other way. Would companies risk that? They do it all the time, right? So that's the only thing.
Yeah, but you know, you got to be really careful when it comes to pirating Star Wars stuff, you know, or doing third-party Star Wars stuff.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? Because Disney's, when it comes to, you know, copyright and licensing, you don't mess around with, you know, with Disney.
Absolutely. Joker J says, Figman keeping the channel alive single. Absolutely, my friend. That is 100% correct. Figman is always hooking it up. Let me see where we are. We got Barry in the house. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Let me see. We got Action in the Box is back. That in our peasant. Now I know why you're never here. Action in the Box. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
This guy, guys, you see him on screen right now? I just found out recently why he's never here. He's everywhere else, but never here. You want to know why?
Why?
You guys want to know why?
Why?
There's 47 of you guys in here. There's 48 of you guys in here. Hit that like button, guys, please, if you don't mind. Because this guy, okay, is the biggest inner collector I've ever met. Okay.
Oh man.
So that's
he knows
why
who the king is.
So that's why. Yeah, exactly. He collects the king. So that's why he doesn't support me much, because he knows how I feel about inner. Oh my God! Thank you for being here, my friend. Heretic Toys Wonderland Brando sitting at. Oh my God, that is great. That is unbelievable.
UPS is at the door. I'll be right back. Wait, I've been waiting for this all day. Wait.
Go ahead. Thule the peasants ain't hit that like button. Yeah, guys, hit that. There's 51 of you guys in here. Hit that like button. Don't be peasants on my stream, you peasants, you funky peasants. Matt Platter in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Hey guys, just got an email that Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan show is shipping soon if anyone cares. Oh, nice. Let me see. Let me check. I don't know where mine is. I didn't get nothing. They're like, not you, peasant. It's not your turn. No, I didn't get nothing. Maybe later. Yeah, no, I didn't get it. I guess Sideshow doesn't want me collecting. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
So guys, Rob will be at Comic-Con, I believe, on Thursday as well. So if you want to say hello, he will be at the Collector Zone booth. I believe he's working for free over there. I think he's stocking up boxes, stocking up statues. So if you see him there, please give him a tip, give him a cup of water, something. He will be busy. Let's see. Welcome, my friend. Yes, guys. See, even Gina's upset. Don't be peasants on the stream. Hit that like button, you peasants, you funky peasants. Remember, less is more. We only need 55 likes. That's all we need. Less is always more, guys. Ernesto, hit the like. Everybody, see, guys? Everybody wants you to hit that like button. Peasants, peasants, peasants. See? 2 left immediately because they're peasants. That's why they left, because they're peasants. I'm not a veteran. I am an active enlisted. Not a veteran. 2 says, just got an email from everyone. Oh, nice. You got it too. I didn't get nothing. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. We got Joe, the non-collector. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
He said only Harry Potter. He said only. Yeah, he did get just the Harry Potter figures recently. I did see. What'd you get, Brandon? Let's see. Let's see, peasant. What is that? Is that Anakin? What is that? What does that say? MO? MG?
Gideon boy.
Oh, machine gun. What is MG? Oh, Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon 2.0.
I've got, oh, you know what? I don't have. Okay, I got one. Let's say I have one available for sale. If you want it, hit me up. We'll talk about price.
Oh, nice. See, he's got
The other
one,
ones
guys.
are for parts.
He's got
Look
one,
at this.
guys.
Look at this. Oh, man. I'm so
No
excited.
I know. Nobody hits that like button. I'm a peasant. Hey, Fabs. That guy with you. That guy live with you. Is that a fish aquarium or does he?
It's a fish aquarium.
It's a fish aquarium.
It's a fish aquarium.
Oh, God. Shipping notice from Sideshow, Golden Guns, Deadpool Charger. Ooh, look at that. Everybody's getting their stuff. I didn't even pre-order my Deadpool yet. Imagine that. What a peasant. Yeah, no. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm not collecting this month. My OB comes tomorrow. Oh, nice. You guys are getting everything. I didn't even get a notification and you guys are getting figures. Unbelievable. Sideshow doesn't like me. Hold on. Yeah, look at that. 2.0. Beauty.
I love this figure from the moment I saw him. I can't believe he's finally in my hands.
Now,
It's
question
been
for
what,
you.
a year, 16 months?
Now, question for you. How do you think it's going to do in the market? Do you think it's going to do like the original and sit, or you think it's going to sell out?
No, this one's going to sell. And there's not because it's better than the original, because I thought the original was a good fig, even if it was a little bit lackluster. But it's going to sell out simply because Sideshow doesn't stock the way that they used to. Sideshow changed their entire game.
Barry said, just got my Moth today, and the head sculpt is leagues better than the first one.
Yeah.
So you might
Meanwhile,
be right.
I'm sitting on like 5 of those head sculpts, the old one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to start giving them away.
Kamala said she'll bus over a bunch of illegals over to smash that like button for real. Yo, that's what I need. Where are you?
Hey, don't talk about Fabs' cousins like that.
Yeah, seriously. There's 59.
Look at the art print.
There's 59 of you guys in here. Hit that like button, guys, please, and don't be a peasant. We got Chris in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Peasants are last, man. Oh my God. 56 and only 34 likes. See, there's 60 of you guys in here now. Unreal. Everybody sees all the peasants in here not hitting the like button. How sad do you guys feel that everybody in the chat's making you hit the like button because you're a bunch of peasants, of funky peasants on my stream? Okay. All right. So now, tell us how you would feel. So as you can see, there's besides Darth Maul, right? Besides the Clone Wars Darth Maul, these are all new, right? Every single one is a brand new figure. Obviously slightly different is the Anakin, right? We got wool rooted and we have obviously an updated head sculpt. So which of all of these are you most excited about and why?
I think, honestly, I'm probably the most lit about General Grievous. I know that he's only partially diecast, like the skeleton that makes him up is diecast.
Right.
So I'm interested to see how that turns out because I feel like it's a good balance. It's a good balance of form and function, like cost versus or when we're doing diecast for only the center parts, the structural parts, he's going to hold up well and he's going to pose well without having to break the bank. And I know he was a more expensive fig, but he also could have been a lot higher. So I'm really interested to see how that one turns out.
Why do you say that? Why do you say you think he would have been a lot higher? In what sense?
Because if there was more of him that was diecast, then he definitely would have cost more money. That's just the way that it works. So I'm interested to see how this balance, because we might start seeing that on other figures as well. What if we go ahead and we get certain figures that are just have die-cast pieces rather than the whole figure being die-cast? That's going to keep the weight down. That'll keep shipping costs down, and so on and so forth. So,
right.
I had the Sideshow Grievous for a long time. I handled a few of those, and it wasn't a bad figure. It just felt like you were constantly you couldn't tell if you were posing it correctly, just
Right.
because of the way that everything fit together and whatnot. So I'm really, 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 really looking forward to see what Hot Toys does with theirs.
And Will says, Fabs, is that Darth Maul shirtless? Doesn't the Clone Wars Maul wear a tunic top? He does, but you have the option to remove it. So you could display him without the tunic or with the tunic. That was one of the things that was exciting about that Maul. Because
the painted body.
Right. The first one that you could actually show and display the painted body. And that was the reason why I got multiples of these, because I wanted one regular and then one shirtless. And then when I saw what it looked like in hand, I was like, you know what? I was like, I really don't need both of them. You know what I mean? It displayed, because it's not, there's not much to it anyway. It's just to display the painted body. That's it. So I displayed one, and that was it. We got Caleb in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Just as I should be okay unless you get me in trouble, you guys. Also, how excited are you for the Artisan Anakin?
I'm bitter about that one. That was when they were saying that was the first figure they did with the new lottery system. And they said, it's going to be great because, the people that they get in there, we're going to randomize. And I'm going, okay, cool. I got a shot. And then they didn't tell anybody they were going to do a second spontaneous lottery right before they opened the queue. So when I got in, there were I think 2,500 of those produced. So I got in, I was like 1,800 in line or some number like that. Or no. I was really low on that one. I think it was 300 and something. I got screenshots somewhere. I was so irritated. But, and then they're like, okay, counting down 3, 2, 1, and then lottery again. And I wound up at like 7,200. And I was beyond pissed. Because, I wanted one.
Right. Yeah, no, it was annoying. That's, believe it or not, so far, besides the Wonder Woman, which William got for me, I missed out on that Anakin. So Toys for Kiddos is getting it for me. At whatever price they get it from me for. They're supposed to be getting me 2. Obviously I'm 100% overpaying for this thing. But It looks like they're sold out already. So that's going to be my only way to get it. And, if I want it, I got to play the game. You know what I mean? If I don't want it, then it is what it is. So that's why I was glad that I was able to get it through them, because then I think it would have been even more expensive if I had to go through like eBay or something like that. So here we have another shelf, another case that they decided to prop up with every single, Star Wars, Mandalorian figure so far. Not only Mandalorian, but you got regular stuff. You got Boba Fett, you got Darth Vader from Obi-Wan, you got the new what's this called, the Shadow Trooper, which I still haven't pre-ordered. I haven't ordered yet. I haven't ordered both of the new troopers, the white one with the white background, and then the black one with the red background, which I got to get at some point. I don't think I'm getting the white one, but I definitely need a Shadow Trooper, because I don't have a Shadow Trooper. Which of these on top do you like the most? Do you not have, or do you want?
My favorite out of all of those is probably the Boba Fett. I had never seen the gunner, the Death Star gunner before. I'd never seen that one. I've never put my hands on one before, so I thought that was kind of intriguing too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a pretty in demand figure. I've seen them sell regularly. Old used figures for 400 plus. I think the Vader, the one they put on the top there, has the split helmet, right?
Yeah, this is Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it would be a toss up if I had to pick a favorite off of that top shelf. It would be a toss up between Boba Fett and that Vader. I think that Vader is figure of the year, without a doubt.
Yep.
But that Boba Fett, especially the deluxe version where it came with the accessories to convert into Return of the Jedi as well, I thought was a great package to have. And it was also the first figure I ever got. The first one that I unboxed was Boba Fett.
And
When I bought. I bought. I think I told this story before, but I bought like $7,000 worth of Hot Toys figures from Sideshow in my very first order, and it was him and I think Vader were the only ones in stock. I didn't know. I had just come out of Black Series, where the stuff hits, you go to the store and buy it. So I didn't know about the pre-order game and waiting for a year and a half and all that. So that was kind of fun.
And one thing I'm going to tell you guys right now, I can tell you, even though Hot Toys just made the full Darth Vader head sculpt, right? The all white one of Hayden, without the battle damaging on it. As you can see, there's redness in this head sculpt. I can tell you, just because of the detail of that redness looking like there's damage there, will make this figure way better than the battle damage head sculpt, in my opinion. I think.
Well, they're two different figures, Fabs. I don't know if you can really go that far.
No. I'm talking about just strictly the whole head sculpt aspect. I'm not talking about
just the head sculpt.
body, just the head sculpt. Because remember, the head sculpt of the battle damage is strictly white. It's all white. There's no damage to it. There's no redness. There's no blood to it whatsoever. This one, the battle damage has redness to it, which means there's some battle damaging. There's some actual damage to his skull, to his head. So that gives the head sculpt, in my opinion, more life. It gives it more character. It looks better.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Head. So that's what I mean. So I have a feeling that head sculpt is not going to be as great, even though it's the entire Vader head sculpt of Hayden, which has never been made before. Remember, this is just a partial piece, right? This is not the full head sculpt. So it's going to be exciting to get the entire head sculpt of him finally, but I still think this is going to be better. From the second shelf, anything exciting, anything appealing?
Not really. I will say that the Transport Trooper has a lot of really good fodder on him. So like if you're looking for like belts for like if you were gonna make before we got the Mandalorian disguise or Obi-Wan, but or if you wanted to make him more accurate to the show, that belt that the Transport Trooper has is a great one. Yep. Incinerator Trooper was always kind of cool. I love Artillery Trooper. I'm working with an artist to produce 501st themed mortar cannons, and I've actually, I'll share one since I actually got the first one in hand.
Nice, look at that.
But yeah, so it's kind of funny to me that when I look at figures, sometimes it's more about what they're made up of than it is, whether or not I love the figure.
What's going on your bed over there? Why do you have naked bodies there?
Those are mine for later.
For later? For behind the scenes?
For later. Yeah. No, that was a DX09 that I just got my hands on. So I tore them down. But look at that. That's the mortar.
Look at the symbol. Wait, so how are you doing this? What are you doing with this?
So this is a customizer that I partner with. And he uses water slide for the decals. But I noticed one thing that I did notice, because the water slide tends to have a really shiny finish to it. So it definitely, I don't know if he smudged that off or what he did with it, but it came out really well. So now the idea here is that you'll be able to put these in your display with your 501st troopers.
You're going to be selling these on your website, correct?
Yeah, I'll be offering these, yeah.
Oh, so, look at that, guys.
But yeah, I mean, even the weathering, if you look at the weathering, maybe
it looks very nice.
Better light over here.
I was going to say, I wish you had some light.
I know, we had that conversation like 3 months ago, and I still haven't done it.
In California?
But, yeah, this is the favorite piece of mine. In California, what?
Do they make bulbs?
Do they make what?
Bulbs, light bulbs.
Oh, yeah. They do. They're kind of limited.
And then we got the third shelf at the bottom. We have Jet Trooper, regular. We got some, it looks like the Rise of Skywalker, not the Rise of Skywalker, the rise of what was it? What was the episode 7?
Rise of Skywalker? No, Last Jedi.
No, that's
Force
episode
Awakens.
the Force Awakens. That one. This is from the Force Awakens. All these jet troopers are not. Jet troopers are from the last Jedi, I believe. This is another pilot here. We got Kylo Ren, Phasma, and then we got a Sith trooper, regular standard Sith trooper. Also, guys, here we got one of one size, or one size costumes. We got Darth Vader, Kylo Ren. I don't even know who this is supposed to be here with this red. It says Emperor Palpatine. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, that was Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that. That's cool. And then obviously, as you can see, keychains everywhere. For those who say that Hot Toys doesn't make merch, they're all in your face, all by Hot Toys.
Keychains.
And here you have Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan show, looking beautiful. Here is the Death Trooper from God knows where. I can't see. They don't show you. No, this is not a Death Trooper. It looks like a
Dark Trooper.
No, it looks like a
Shadow Trooper. That's
it looks like a Shadow Trooper there because of the background. That's the only reason why I could figure it out. Then you have 000. You have BT1. You have the what do you call it? The hologram from Darth Maul episode 1.
Yeah, we were talking about that when they first announced it. Does anybody have any feedback? Did anybody get their hands on one and can say, "Oh, this was a waste of money," or "I love it"?
Yeah, Thule just got his. He says the head doesn't light up as well as it should.
Oh yeah, we called that too.
Yeah, well, that was everybody's complaint from the get-go. So, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's sold out though. I tell you that. So I don't think they're still going.
I'm pretty sure they would have done a big run on those though.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know how long they're gonna last. Here we have Balon Skoll back here, and then we got the zombie Death Trooper from Ahsoka. Also, guys, this is beautiful. So here we have Dooku, which a lot of people think he's coming back, right? I think that if they decide to remake him, I think we may get a vehicle with him. I don't know why. I think we will. Can they make him again? Absolutely. What can they give him? They could give him way more stuff. If they feel like it, if they want to. Is a new Dooku necessary? I'm going to say for the people who don't have one, it might be. Obviously, they don't want to overspend. But Hot Toys will always remake stuff just to make that money. Here they're showing you all the Praetorian Guards. So you have the Last Jedi or the Force Awakens, one of those two. Then you got the original Imperial Praetorian for the Emperor, the one that stands behind him. Then you have the Mandalorian Praetorian Guard here, which they didn't have to give you a different one because they're all the same helmet. As you can see, these two are from the same movie. This one came like this. This was an exclusive. You could only get it with this helmet. These, though, came with 2 helmets, so you could get the other 2 looks out of it. For those who watch, when I post on Instagram, I posted these 3 together. That's why I got them, because they're all different. These, I had ordered 3. I only kept 2 because I am not getting the same figure 3 times when it looks exactly the same 3 times. 2 different. 3.
So when you ordered 3, did you think one was going to come and be different or what?
Well, no. So just out of habit, right? Just out of habit, I'm like, and I don't even know why I even ordered 3, because if you pay attention, in The Last Jedi, when the Praetorian Guards come out, it's only 3. In
the Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi, there were more than that.
Wherever they came out, it was only 3. No, it was only 3. And in the Mandalorian, oh no, you're right. It was more than 3 in the movie, and in the Mandalorian, we're only 3. Right? When they fight Mando, there's only 3 of them. Right? So the difference is that in the movie, these all had 3 different helmets. In the show, they only had.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But you know, something I'm going to tell you about this figure that I thought was really, really bitchin' was that it comes with the 3. Granted, it comes with the 3 different weapons that you saw in the scene, But one of those weapons can also split. It has two different modes. So you've got the long staff, and then you can split it into two weapons.
Yes.
So you've
yes.
got four configurations. So it's like,
Absolutely.
for me,
Absolutely.
getting three of them was a no-brainer. It was like I absolutely had to have three of them. You know.
See, I didn't mind having the 3 Praetorians from The Last Jedi because they were all different, but to have the
Right.
same one 3 times, even though exactly what you said, you could do all 3 with 3 different sets of weapons and it would look great. But I'm like, I don't really, and running out of room, I'm like, I am not buying 3 to get the same, just to hold the weapon. I was like, absolutely not.
Wait
Joe
a minute.
says, what happened-
FabsFigures does not run out of room.
Yeah, okay.
That's a peasant's excuse, bro, all day long.
Joe says, what happened to Rudy? Rudy, guys, has decided to take a break from collecting because he says that InArt is the best company and they should start sending out backup wrist pegs. And because they don't, he says Hot Toys is dead for him and InArt only. So I said, get out of my life. Tully says, I can tell you firsthand that Mole Knight is straight basura. Yeah, he said it. I need Star Wars Saruman.
Star Wars Saruman? Got it. Okay.
Uncarded reviews, right? Shampoo bottle, Mos, caca. You guys are insane. Oh my god. Mole Knight light looks cool for what it is, but the lights are disappointing. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like a night light. Like, oh, let me shut my lights off and then leave this on for like a light. Like it wasn't that. It's not supposed to be that.
No, man. But here's the deal. Okay, and I'm gonna fight you on this one. Okay, if they're putting out a hollow figure, it better light up all the way through, just like it does in the movies.
No,
that was a half-assed effort.
I get it. Ash, how are you, my friend?
Hello!
I get it. I'm not saying that, that it shouldn't have been all fully lit up. That's not what I'm saying. But the fact that it's not, like, to me, I'm not like, oh my God, the head doesn't light up. It's not super, super bright. This is garbage. Like, I would never do that. It's not that terrible. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad.
You do it when it's InArt.
Well, no, because InArt, think about this, though. That my issue with InArt is they're charging you, 3+, 4+ for a figure that is breaking and there's no spare, like they don't even bother giving you spare wrist pegs.
Oh,
That's my problem. Right. You know what I mean? They're overcharging you for basic shit and they don't even cover it. That's my issue. Joe says only 36 likes. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. It's 59 of you guys here. I'm done asking them. They're peasants. Bunch of useless peasants is what they are.
Useless peasants.
That's what they are, all of them. So here we have a beautiful lineup. Also, we have another look at Darth Maul. Probably the updated one, I'm assuming. If not, this is definitely this is the old one because they're sold out. Here you got Palpatine. This is old. This is old. This is what's his name? Oh my God, what's his name? Tarkin. Moff Tarkin. Grand Moff Tarkin. And then we have the beautiful what's his name? Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
And then we have all of the Clone Wars clones that look beautiful. I like how they did this. I like how they did, they put Anakin having nothing to do with Clone Wars. They put him right in the middle, right? Everything else, as you can see, is all Clone Wars. I think this is the pilot for episode 2. Yeah, episode 2 that came with the 2 helmets. I don't know whether or not displaying both. I think the other helmets were kind of nice too. And then also we have all of the these are, to me, are very, very classic figures at the bottom, except this one. But this Shock Trooper I don't own. I almost got it at the Comic-Con from 2022. They had it for like $280 used. And I checked eBay at the time. It was like $320, $330, something like that. And I was like, it's not that bad. But used, I was like, nah. So I didn't buy it, but I wish I had it right now. I regret not buying it. But it is what it is. Hopefully this year I'll find something to get. Brandon, out of the bottom shelf, anything that you would like to get if you don't have?
Krennic for sure.
Oh, you don't
I
have
think
Krennic?
we're no, I don't have Krennic, and I think we're really lacking in Imperial officers. That's why one of the reasons why I was so into Thrawn. I mean, aside from the fact that Thrawn kind of ruled my childhood, but
Why? Explain.
no,
Explain.
well, you know, I had read a lot of Star Wars books when I was a kid. Reading was something that I got into at a young age, and I always loved. Um, I had read The Truce at Bakura, whatever that series was. I had read so many different Star Wars books, and I was just happy to have more Star Wars. When I got to Timothy Zahn's books, Heir to the Empire, The Last Command, that trilogy where Thrawn is written, um, that was the first time I was really engrossed. The first time I was really immersed in a Star Wars book. And gosh, I was 12 or 13 when I read them the first time. And I just read them again probably a year and a half ago because it was time to get reacquainted. And they held up. They really, really did. Like, it's good Star Wars storytelling. And when I met Tim Zahn, I met Tim Zahn at a convention a couple years ago. We hung out for a couple hours and chatted. And like, it opened with, it's funny because I didn't know what he looked like. So I had been talking to him for 5 minutes before I even realized who he was. And like, we kind of had a moment, like we cried a little bit together because I looked at him and I said, Tim, I put my hands on both of his arms. I said, Tim, you were robbed. All they had to do was adapt your books to the screen. That's all they had to do. And they would have had absolute winners. He said, brother, you're preaching to the choir. He goes, I've been saying it for years. I thought, he says, originally when it looked like George Lucas was going to do the sequel movies back in the early 2000s, he was contacted. They wanted him to help write the screenplays for adapting 7, 8, and 9, and so on. There was an issue because certain cast members were strung out on dope and everything else, and so like we commiserated on that because the sequels could have been so good if they just would have taken that cloning storyline and run it through. And then if we had episodes 7, 8, and 9 that were Grand Admiral Thrawn and the clone story and all that, and setting it up, then we could have had a somehow Palpatine returns in like an episode 10. And that could have bottle capped it off, like 10 movies. So you had 3 sequel movies that would have been Timothy Zahn's books, and then a cap off where you get the Emperor, the cloned Emperor with his body falling apart and everything. That would have just been the bottle cap to all 10 movies. It would have been amazing. But no,
Oh, I got you.
we didn't get
No,
that.
I don't think you ever told me that story.
Yeah, no, it was good stuff.
So here are the costumes again, guys. 1/1 scale. I don't know if they're selling this. I don't think so. At least that would be cool to buy. Would you ever buy something like this for yourself?
I'm a fat man, but yes, I would.
He said, "I'm a fan."
Yeah,
Not to wear. No, but not to wear. Like to display.
What the shit? Why am I buying it to display? No, man. I'm going out. I'm wearing that on a Tuesday, bro. Get ripped.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Guys, don't listen to him. All right. So here we got 000, we got BT1, and we got the hologram up close. Again, the BT1, what's going to make this figure is the paint application, and that's it. Same thing that made this figure. This figure's paint application is gorgeous. I don't know what type of paint this is, but it's beautiful how it changes color with the way the light hits it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Same with this. I could guarantee you that. Besides the cannons and all these things, this is very boring, right? I feel like what makes this figure are the cannons and other weapons, and that's it. Besides that, this is going to be a very, very boring droid. What'd you say?
No, I'm not in agreement. Now, I didn't read the Dr. Aphra comic books, but I've met way more people that have read those books that were way into Dr. Aphra and her droids. Okay, so like all they can talk about is what a great story it is and how cool and neat new Star Wars things that happened. So no, I'm not with you at all. I don't think these figures are boring. I think they're targeted to a specific audience. But if they're going to do the 2 droids, they're going to do Dr. Aphra too. So I have a feeling we're going to see more figures from that particular storyline.
I'm going to tell you why it's going to be boring. Think about how they made 000. 000 is a die-cast figure. Okay, that is what changes the way that the figure feels. That the figure that you is the figure. This is not die-cast whatsoever. This is going to be straight.
No, they didn't do that, did they?
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. This is going to be straight plastic. Okay. It's going to be straight plastic. Again, what's going to make this figure what it is, it's the paint application and these weapons. If you put this without the weapons, it's just blah. Literally just blah. So again, that's just me. I'm gonna get it with I'm gonna display it with the weapons on, because without it, I could tell you it's gonna be very, very boring.
Hey, we got a new flame effect finally. Look,
Which one? Let me hold on.
it's shaped the same, but it's got some purple. It's got some
yes,
purple in
yes,
the.
yes. That new, yep. It looks beautiful with light on it. Oh, it's good. It's got a beautiful shine. Hold on, let me remove the.
There we go. Yeah, it's actually got some purple almost throughout. Like I see purple in the orange too.
Yup, you see a lot of purple tints inside the orange. Yup. It looks beautiful. What figure is that for? Is that Moff Gideon?
Moff Gideon, bro.
Yeah. No, I did see that. Here we got some hilts, guys. We got some statues, it looks like, too. We got Boba Fett. We got a Darth Maul bust. We got a lot of little, it looks like, I don't even know, it looks like like shot glasses over here, like Grogu shot glasses. A lot of merch, guys. A lot of really cool stuff.
For when you need to take a really small sip of something.
No, I'm telling you, I would love to go in here. I would love to go in here and go crazy buying one of each.
Bro.
And here we got, I would go insane over there. And here we got the hilts. This looks like Ahsoka's hilt. I remember this curved here. This looks like, who is this? Darth Vader?
If that's not Obi-Wan Kenobi, then that's Luke.
I think
that's probably Luke.
I think
it's only got one gold ring on it.
Oh, so you're saying this is Luke?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Luke.
And then this is Darth Vader.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Darth Vader. I remember
the flange. You can't see the flange from this side, but yeah.
Well, I remember it's Darth Vader because it's the one that looks, it's like a one piece. You know what I mean? It's not like,
but like Vader's is also supposed to be like larger and a little bit thicker than you would expect Luke's to be. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if it's not an Anakin season or Anakin episode 2, maybe.
No Diddy, of course.
No Diddy.
Bob says, actually impressive to hit 120p in 2024. What do you mean 120p? I don't get it. Explain. We're doing shots, guys. You heard it. Yeah, Dr. Africa. Joker J, he did not go through 5 medical school. Cool. Mr. Dracula. Oh my god.
Yeah, nice stealing jokes there. That we know that belonged to Mitch Hedberg, but
and then we have here some more merch, some shirts. We got some Cos babies here. We got, it looks like Balon Skoll. No, this is Dooku, it looks like. This is Vader. This is Maul. And this is, I can't, this is.
The bastards.
What?
I hate when they do this, man. It's got the new head adapter.
Oh, yeah, for the rolling eyes.
Dude, this is just the way it goes now. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, man. I would rather not have rolling eyes and go back to a regular head.
Thank you. Same with me.
Bullshit.
Same with me. I think it's stupid. I think it's unnecessary. And remember that years ago when we were getting purse, we weren't getting that bullshit ass neck adapter, and we had perfectly fine rolling eye system. So I don't know why they're adding more shit to it. I don't know why they're getting too complicated with their necks and their head sculpts. I don't know. I mean, I understand it, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
They heard I was selling parts, and they're like, we're going to make Brandon's life difficult.
Well, think about it. If you start selling head sculpts without the neck adapter, you're going to have a problem, because where are you going to find it?
I have a problem. I already have a problem. You know, I can't sell a Phase 1 Kenobi helmet to save my life. Yeah. Because I always put the insert when I sell head sculpts, the insert goes with the head sculpt, because honestly, head sculpts are going to sell. So it's like, why?
Yeah, no,
just give us 2. Just
give us
annoying. Or at worst case scenario, then go ahead and put a peg joint inside the helmet.
It is
instead
annoying.
of this other square joint.
And let me give you guys a little trick that I was planning on doing, and it didn't work out, obviously. So, for example,
if it doesn't work, we're going to share it with you.
Well, no, it doesn't work, so you don't even bother trying to do it. So, for example, when the Mighty Thor figure came out, remember, she comes with 2 head sculpts. Obviously, only one neck adapter for 2 head sculpts.
Of course.
You go on eBay, you could buy just the body for Mighty Thor, just the body for Thor, just the body for many figures. Nobody's selling you neck adapters. Nobody.
Nope.
The head sculpts that you find on eBay are sold to you. Like if you find the Mighty Thor head sculpt, on eBay, it's sold separately with no neck adapter. Okay. So you can't even buy head sculpts with the neck adapter, because if the figure comes with 2 and the person only likes 1 and is selling the spare one, you're not getting that neck
you're not
adapter
getting the adapter
because he's using it for his figure. So that's a huge problem. If you're going to do that, then guess what? Add the neck adapter to the second head sculpt.
Yes. And
That's
make it permanent. Glue it in. I don't care. Just
Correct.
make it so it's usable, man.
Well, no, but so here's the thing. You can't make it permanent, because what happens is, remember, you got to remove that piece out to move the eyes. So it can't be permanent.
No. I mean, for the bucket. You know what I mean? The bucket, you don't have to adjust the eyes on the bucket. Just adjust the eyes on the head sculpt. So it's like, even if they gave us a bucket that had the adapter mounted in it, even if it was permanent,
I see what you're saying.
that would be fine.
No,
you know?
right. So what I wanted to do was just get the body for Mighty Thor and get my second figure like that. Nope, couldn't do it. So I had to get a whole second figure to be able to pull off the second look, which hurt. For the Thor figure was different, because remember, those head sculpts are magnetic. So you don't need a head sculpt. So you could just get a second body, use the spare head sculpt, whether it's
slap it on.
The what do you call it? The helmeted one or the helmetless one, and there you got a second figure. You could interchange accessories, and there you go. So that's how you're able to save money with Thor. But the Mighty Thor, you can't. With Padme, you can't. With Reva, you can't, because they're all single neck peg figures.
Yep.
Carter says less neck is more. Oh my God. Joe says also neck adapters are different sizes, so you can't. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. So I'm gonna throw this out there. Not that I'm afraid of referring to my competition, but Monkey Depot has a replacement peg, right? Or not the actual adapter. They've got them for $10, but they're 3D. They're filament printed. And then so what happens is, if you don't hit the peg at the right angle, if you don't get it to slide to pop right on, like with gentle force, if you put any extra pressure on it, then the adapter splits and cracks wide open. It shatters.
Yep.
So it's like, even third parties haven't figured this out yet. And I mean, I have confidence that we're going to get there. I'm just irritated, man, because this shit was needless. It really, really was. Like, what was wrong? We had Ahsoka where
it was
the
perfect.
whole face slid out. We have so many figures with eyes that can be adjusted easily, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, we need to do this. This is.
And let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys have noticed too, but even the way that the head meets the neck, we're losing that aesthetically pleasing look. Remember that the head.
Yeah, we get the line now.
Well, right. Remember that the head sculpts were one piece all the way down to the bottom of the neck, so everything looked very nice, uniform. Now you have 2 pieces. You have the neck and the head. So when it goes down and slides down, you don't get that smooth, clean look anymore. You get the line of where the two pieces meet. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look better than it did in the past. We can say, well, they're updating, they're upgrading, they're getting better, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but how is it better? Make the argument, and then we'll have a conversation.
No, correct. Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. People can say, oh, well, they're getting better. They're getting, they're getting fancier. They're getting, they're upgrading, blah, blah, blah. To a certain extent, absolutely. They are 100%. The problem is that specific design is annoying. That specific design changes the entire look of a head sculpt. Because remember, again,
and I don't like it.
The head sculpt used to be an entire piece. It used to be all one piece. Let me see if I can pull one out. See, here's a perfect example. Well, not perfect, but so here it is. The neck goes all the way down.
Yeah.
It was all, see how there's no line there, how smooth and how much better it looks.
Yeah, they're trying to add a point of articulation, and it's just it's neat because you get that with the neck peg, because you can adjust the post on the neck peg like this and all the way around. And then when you slap the head on top of that, then you can get like head tilt out of it. But still, it does look sloppy. Like when you see toy photographers, there's not a way to clean that. They always pose to hide the line down.
Yep. It looks ugly. It looks very unprofessional. It doesn't look as good as it used to. Again, the head sculpts are great.
It looks like Inard did it. It looks like Inard did it.
Well, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as good as Hot Toys, as Hot Toys has done them in the past. But the head sculpts are better overall. They are better. They look better, right? They're supposed to be more advanced, which they are, but it's just that neck is annoying as hell. Martin says, give me a second head sculpt with a different expression instead of rolling eyes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
All day long. Knuckles on that one, buddy.
100%.
Martin's got it down.
I know that, the rolling eyes is a cool thing, right? It's a cool feature to have.
Yeah, but it's gimmicky. It's gimmicky because here's the thing, man. And this, when it was the first system, it was a little bit better because when it was the first system, it had that adjuster, one adjuster in the center for both eyes.
Right.
Okay. I have stopped adjusting eyes 100%. I never do it anymore.
I never touched
simply because one of them's always slightly fucking crooked or cockeyed or angled. Like I can never get it just right.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not doing it anymore, man. You know what? That's it. Hashtag no more rolling eyes hot toys.
So my thing is, I've never touched them. I've never played with the original ones either. You guys know I already don't post. So that was not something that I was going to play around with just because out of fear of breaking something, messing up something, these things, even back then they were $100-something, but for even back then, they were not cheap. They're cheap. It's cheap to us now that we're paying $300, $400 plus. But back then, them being, $130, $140, they were still expensive for back then. Right. So it wasn't something that you were trying to break. It wasn't something that you were trying to damage. At least me, right? I always like taking care of my stuff. I don't like breaking my stuff. I rather open the figure and put it museum pose than start bending it and moving it around.
No, man.
I'm telling you,
no.
that's just me.
No,
that's just me.
You're wrong. You're wrong. No, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
We do not spend $300 on our toys to stand them in the cabinet.
No.
Like this.
I'm saying I rather do that than mess it up. I still play, I still move it around and pose and move the joints, make sure everything's okay. But
bro, I treat these figures like I treated my G.I. Joes in the 1990s, bro. I dig a hole in the back, I fill it with water, I got mud and quicksand, and they're sinking down, and all those imaginary things we used to do. Remember when we were kids? Still do that. Okay, I don't.
No, it's true. It's true. Big Rib said, Big Rib, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Happy Tuesday.
Hello.
Welcome. Jevin says the new head adapters are obviously made to reduce moisture in the body.
What's funny is it's funny that I don't even know if that's a reference or not, but it sounds so much like bullshit that it has to be funny,
No, this is 1,000,000,000% bullshit because this has to do with the whole in our packaging that was third-party packaging that came out, that people noticed it was third-party packaging, but defenders of the in our loyalty company, they said
in our loyalty company.
They said that the reason why Inart used third-party packaging was because of the moisture.
Oh, got it.
Oh my God. Joker just says, "Dear Howard, stop being annoying. Humble yours." But yeah, humble yours. Exactly. No, seriously, stop getting fancier. Stop getting crazy with these head sculpts. There's no need. Everything was working perfectly fine. You see Inart jazzing shills. Even Hot Toys gets criticized on this stream when it's justified. Exactly. I tell you guys all the time, there is no need to defend anybody if they're doing something wrong for the community or to the community. If Hot Toys came out and started making crap products every time, or for whatever reason things were happening, bad quality, whatever it is, I would be the first one to tell you this is garbage, this is garbage, this is garbage. Because why not? But people who get benefits from companies like early releases, early batches, reviewer batches, all these things to benefit them, to benefit their channel, they can never be honest. They can never be truthful. And no, I don't care how much you want to become the truthful reviewer. I don't care how much you want to become the I'm fair and I'm honest reviewer. It is impossible. It is impossible, especially talking about Jazz Inc. and talking about Inart, because there is nothing at all about those two companies that are making that they're making anything great, anything amazing, anything that comes flawless. Okay, so everybody, not everybody literally, but everybody expects flaws from these two companies off the bat. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what comes out, doesn't matter what is announced. We expect flaws, period. So it doesn't matter how much you're gonna try to become, the honest reviewer, the I'm honest about my Jazz Inc. and in our product. It'll never happen because it can't happen. These products are always faulty. They always come with problems. So it doesn't matter how much you try to defend the product or protect the product or defend the integrity of the company or whatever it is that you try to do by justifying that bullshit and that garbage, right? It'll never work because it's too much of a shitty product to defend it. So you're going to start noticing you're going to have YouTubers coming out and trying to pretend like, oh, I'm being honest and I have to be honest. Because that's the new thing now. It's let's see who could be the most honest without telling you. No, I'm telling you, that's the new thing. Everybody's looking to be the most honest now because people.
You know what's funny too? Is on that same note, man. The number one way I can tell if somebody's bullshitting me is the first thing that they say is, "Now I'm going to be honest with you."
No, and again, it's gonna try. They're gonna try. They're gonna try to do it. I'm telling you, it's coming. If it's not happening already, it's coming. Because people see that it's exposed now, that everybody's lying about these products. Whoever's attached to these companies, they're lying. It's that simple. They're lying. Because they can't tell you the truth about a shitty product. They just can't. So pay attention because you're gonna start seeing YouTubers and channels. Oh, well, and if they do say something negative, it'll be the most minor negative thing about the item, the product, the vehicle, the figure, whatever it is.
That's what I was telling you, Fabs. You got to be careful. You got to be careful when it comes to, when you start getting involved with YouTubers like Justin and you start sharing their content everywhere, because eventually, things go south and then you misled a bunch of people.
Brandon has no idea how close he came to getting blocked from the group. I was like, there is absolutely no way he did this on purpose right now. I was like, there's no way. I was like, this has got to be a joke. I was like, is it April? Is it April Fool's? So we're getting to the last images, guys. So we have Darth Vader up close, battle damage Darth Vader still up for pre-order. We have the Luke Skywalker comic book style one, I forget what they called this, dark something, very plain, right? The Count Dracula looking
dark legacy, is it?
Yeah,
it's dark legacy.
Yeah, dark something. As you can see, funky hair, but it is what it is. Hopefully it looks better in hand. This one, like I said earlier, it looks like they fixed it, at least for the pictures. Looks way better. Doesn't look so curly like it did in the promo pictures, or at least the first time we saw them. Or saw him. How do you feel about this? Are you excited for this? Are you getting this?
Dude, I'm excited, but like honestly, now I've had a little bit of okay. I was worried about this one because I didn't think I was going to be able to snatch one up for under $1,000. Now, over the last 3 months, the way that because obviously this is my business, this is what I do. But over the last 3 months, I'm watching the market slow down and I'm watching prices drop, and I don't know if it's because of a struggling economy. Okay. I'm going to guess that's what it is, but we'll see after the election if people start spending more money, because then that'll tell us for sure. But I'm excited about it. I think I'll be able to get one for a decent price, but I was kind of pissed because of how I lost that lottery. You know what I mean? And then now I'm looking at $1,000 aftermarket at least, but hopefully that's not the case.
For this one?
Yeah. But no, wait, that's the Artisan though, isn't it?
Yeah, Artisan.
Yeah, that's the Artisan. Yeah,
wait,
I have no doubt.
Okay.
I was convinced until 2 months ago that I was going to have to pay $1,000 for this figure. But like I said, because of the dip that I'm seeing in the market, and you see it in all the groups too, figures, dude, I locked down some. I locked down some figures under some great prices lately.
Before you continue, what dip are you talking about?
The dip in the resale market. Okay, I can't
For this
see
figure?
what the retailers. No, overall.
Okay.
Okay. Now I can't see what retailers are doing. People who, companies that have stock or don't have stock. I don't know about any of that, but I can judge and I kind of keep track on the numbers and the metrics based on what you see, the activity that you see in the groups. I belong to 40 groups. I only heavily participate in like 8 or 10 of them, but I belong to 40 groups. So I see all the posts for anything that people are selling.
Gotcha.
I have it all wired in. So that way, I can skip. I know which groups I'm skipping through. I know which groups to target my sales in and so on and so forth. And I've seen a marked drop in secondary market prices lately. And even still with a massive dip, figures that generally sell for 2.25, people trying to hawk them out the door for 130, 140 bucks, and they're
do you know
still
why?
not selling.
No, correct. You know why? There's so much stuff dropping so quickly that people are like, I just need money right now. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't think that's it.
No?
I just don't think that's it, because it's smart. It's a smart consideration. I think you've got juice behind that idea. The problem is that because when you buy a $300 figure, your NRD is only like 25, 28 bucks. Okay, so people can drop a quarter. People can drop a quarter on a figure and not be too worried about it, especially because the payments aren't going to start. Even if they go ahead and they do one-shotters, they're not going to start until the figure's in stock a year down the road. 6 or 9 months, minimum. Okay, unless it's a surprise drop like that Death Trooper was. Okay,
Right.
I don't think it's that, because anytime you can give somebody something on payments, you're encouraging them to buy. And I see it myself in what I do. I always offer to invoice clients. I tell clients all the time, if you're spending more than $200 or $300 on parts on my site, reach out to me first, because if I cut you an invoice, granted it costs me 2% more, but if I cut you an invoice, you're eligible for PayPal Pay in 4.
Right.
Okay, so that's how you turn a $200 sale into a $400 sale, because now they've got 6 or 8 weeks, whatever it is, to pay that off. So I don't think it's got anything to do with new releases. I could see people feeling a little bit nervous or anxious because of how much shit they have on pre-order, but not that they're going to stop buying or start fire selling their own kit altogether.
Right.
Okay, and like I said, it's really only happened. It's only really started happening since the close of since getting close to the last leg of summer. Okay, that we've seen the prices really take a dip like this. So I think it points to more of an uncertain economic standpoint. Okay, if Trump is reelected in November and then people start spending money right away, then we know that it was just a temporary thing. But so I think it's got more to do with the condition of the economy than it does,
Well,
anything else.
of course, absolutely. Well, I can tell you this:
Great figure.
things being lowered, right? Prices being lowered on figures has to do with the person's desperation on trying to sell it, but people not buying has to do with the economy.
Well, that's just it. That's what I'm saying, though, because you got there's a guy there's a guy in Florida that I do a lot of business with, right? And he grinds on the price all the time. I respect it because he's so diligent. Like me, I'm always like, I'm kind of iffy. It's like a stick that you bend it till it breaks. Once it breaks, you're not going to make the sale. But he's just a hard close all the time, and I like guys like that. But I'm seeing him fire selling shit at almost half of what it's worth, and it's still not selling. So that's where I think we're coming from on this. Is I don't think it's people desperate to get their money back on whatever their investment was. I think we're seeing people desperate or people lowering their prices because their figures aren't selling. If you do a skim through OSRPST, you're going to see a bunch of posts that have been bumped by people saying new prices, pricing lowered, and so on. I keep track of all that shit. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. People are trying to sell their stuff as fast as possible, and they're willing to lower them as much
but nobody's buying.
But nobody's buying because there's no money to buy anything with. And not only that, but remember, people are holding off buying, whether it's other stuff that is used or other stuff that is cheaper, because there's so much coming out, not only coming out and being released, but also coming out for pre-order. So people are being more hesitant with the fact of, let me hold on because I may have to pay for 2-3 pre-orders, in the next week. And to avoid getting nailed like that, I'm not going to just spend money on all, you know what I mean? So I think that's why
I'd be more inclined to believe that if you weren't seeing, I'd be more inclined to believe that if you weren't seeing people constantly dropping their prices. because they'll come out at a low price, and then when it doesn't sell, they'll adjust it down anyways. So I don't know, man. It's definitely a really iffy situation. This is the time of year that I generally live for, because this is the time of year where people are buying because they're buying for themselves, because Christmas, they're going to have to start locking down for Christmas in a month or in a month and a half.
Gotcha. Let me, Ash says, why do you like that clown? I don't get Trump's a clown.
So this is the way I'm going to put it. Okay. A lot of people, there's a lot of shit said about him either way. Okay. But here's the reality of the situation. The reality is that we saw the market value increase. Okay. We saw gains in the stock market that we've never seen before, which is a testament to a strong economy. And me personally, I had way more money in my pocket 4 years ago than I do now. And then my grocery bills are a lot higher. Gasoline's a lot higher. So call him whatever you want. Say he's a buffoon. Say he's an asshole. Whatever it is you want to say.
Racist, this, that, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Say whatever you want. What I know is that our economy, and me personally, my bank balance was a lot higher under him. So
right.
That's all I can say about him.
Ash, he has something he wants to say to you too.
Wrong.
Well done.
Oh man. Let me see. This is another freaking justice. We are about to talk. What? Prices are
I have no idea.
Canada also. Yeah, everything's expensive everywhere. Let me see.
If you want to full screen this is where he's at.
What is the issue with your lighting there? Like, are you on a weird payment plan? Please, just give me lighting, 50% lighting in my room, to save money. What the hell?
No, you know what? Maybe my webcam is just shit, to be honest, because it was just a generic that I bought off of Amazon a year ago. But I mean, because in the room the lighting is great. I can read the titles off my books from my chair. You know what I mean? It's fine in here. It's as if the camera doesn't pick up well.
Brandon, Figment agrees with what you said. Yeah.
No, and I mean, it's hard not to. I mean, I said it from the beginning. They should have gone ahead and taken the man's phone on the first day that when he was inaugurated. They should have taken his phone, smashed it, thrown it out the window, and there would be a lot less pissed off people.
But this is the thing. I mean, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that. Ash is still locked up from the vid. We got Carlos, my friend. Look at this guy. Super late. Super.
Still on lockdown. No, you know what is funny about that, though, on that lockdown joke, is I just caught a headline where there are counties in California now that are requiring from November 1st until spring 2025, you have to wear a mask in public.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Get wrecked.
They banned masks, I think, somewhere. I forget where. They're not legal anymore because I think Florida, because they're breaking in and committing crimes with the mask on, so now they're illegal in Florida.
Dude, you know what they did here when that started happening here? They put up signs outside that said all theft must be kept under $950.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
I swear.
Oh, I saw the signs. I saw the signs
all over Beverly Hills and everything.
I saw the signs. It's disgusting. Carlos, my friend.
Charlie, my friend. Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
I'm in Canada and everything is expensive. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, you don't like that. You don't have to like Trump at all. You don't have to like him. But just think about how your own world was when he was president and how your own world is right now. That's all you need to look at. You don't need to let CNN tell you what to think. CNN tell you what to think. CNN tell you what to do. CNN tell you how to vote. That's not what you need. Your own experiences should tell you what is better for you. That's it. Because if you go, oh, CNN told me this, Fox told me this, it's a joke. It's all a joke. It's all a game. Look at your own life and look at your own wallet and you decide what's better for you. It's that simple.
Yeah, somebody made a really good point. Maybe I saw it in a meme, but they said basically is that, gosh, what was it? It said, you're voting for Kamala because you hate Trump. I'm voting for Trump because I want the best for my country.
Yep. That's everybody. And that's the most logical answer. It's not like, what do you think of Trump? Oh, I hate him, blah, blah, blah. He's this, he's that. Yo, they can't even mention what Kamala has done about anything. But anyway, Mojo, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Get finished with the showcase, and then we'll get into the releases, and then we're out of here. So there's Revan, there's Starkiller. So beautiful. There we
Wait
go.
a minute. I think we need to do another half hour on politics, Fab. Let's get real.
Absolutely never. So now we got, guys, we got the suit up version Mark 7 Tony Stark figure. It's released. It's out right now. It's already shipping overseas, obviously not Sideshow. Brandon, do you own any Iron Man? And if you don't, would this be something that is appealing to you as your first, or do you want your standard full armored Iron Man figure?
There's room for this figure. I don't have any Iron Man, but there is room for this figure. I think Robert Downey Jr. did such a good job being Tony Stark. He wasn't acting like Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark. That I think you can totally justify figures like this, where he's mid. First off, that's bitching for it to be, you know, mid suit up while he's falling through the air and all that. That's super cool. But if you were just off of the power, like what is that? Is it Mark 2? The one where it's just the endoskeleton where he's got it on his arms and his feet and he's doing the test flight?
Okay. No, that's one. That's Iron Man 1.
No, Mark 1 is the one he made in the cave. Isn't
no. So you're doing the mech test. That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the mech test.
The mech
Okay,
test.
so even with the mech test, when all you had were the arms and the feet, I think it's great because Robert Downey Jr. made Tony Stark real. Okay, just like the same way, maybe not to the same level, but Chris Evans made Captain America, made him real. Okay. So I think that with these plain figures with, you know, human head sculpts and wearing t-shirts and jeans, I think when it comes to Iron Man, or specifically Tony Stark, I think there's room in the collection for those kind of guys, because you're not going to look at the figure and see Robert Downey Jr. You look at the figure and you see Tony Stark, and I'm 100% for that. I think it's great.
Guys, so we got some crazy news. Shout out to Rudy. Rudy stopped collecting, but he's still in the house. So very quickly, we're going to get sidetracked for 1 second because this is very, very important. I think this is something that people are going to be very, very excited about. And here it is, guys. Looks like we are getting Galen Erso from Hot Toys. I believe he was on, what show was he on?
Rogue One.
No.
Galen Erso was Rogue One.
Galen, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Yes. Oh my God, Rogue One. I told you guys. What did I tell you guys?
This is the antithesis.
Rogue One. We're not done with Rogue One, and we're getting what was the other guy? What's the guy with the long hair?
Guy with the long hair. Did he have two eyes, or?
Yeah, not the blonde guy. My God.
The guy with the long hair. What are we talking about? Rogue One?
Yes, they didn't make him. They didn't make him yet, but they teased him.
Endor.
No. From Rogue One. Guys, in the chat, please tell me who I'm talking about. Please tell. Yes.
Oh, Baze.
Baze
bro,
Malbus.
We need more context than the guy with the hair, bro. Come
Baze
on.
Malbus is coming. You heard it here first. I've been telling you guys for months. Baze Malbus is coming. They're not done with Rogue One by any means. Go ahead.
If we get Baze, we have to have a new release of Chirrut. Because how are you going to do Chirrut and then 4 or 5 years later, when that figure's getting loose joints and everything else, then you're going to drop Baze? I don't know, man. I'm going to be disappointed if they don't drop them both. And then we definitely need to see Andor. Can you imagine that we get a Baze figure, but we don't get a Cassian figure? What kind of shit is that?
So this is very exciting. Do you own anything from Rogue One or no? Hot Toys Rogue One?
You know what? No, I don't think I do. I got into the game after the Rogue One figures had hit. No, I don't have any Rogue One.
Mopo, look at that. We are getting Andor figures in concordance. Also, going to have to display the Mickelson brothers together, throwing in Galen. Look at that.
That's not a bad idea. I like that.
That's crazy. That is awesome.
Okay, you just sold me. Martin just sold me. That's twice Martin's come up with key info. I like that. But no, that's great, because I was just about to say, look, we got Galen Erso in one movie as a tertiary character.
Right.
Like, why are we doing figures of him? But if we're gonna, but he's right. If we go ahead and we put Thrawn and Galen Erso back to back, that would be a cool display. I'd be down for that.
This is out of left field. I did not expect that at all. You know, and again, how long ago was Rogue One? And I still say it. I said it last year that that Base Malbus is coming. I said it the year before that Base Malbus was coming. They teased that figure. Their figure looked incredible when they teased it. There is absolutely no way they're never going to make that figure. And the fact that they're showing you that they're still going with the line. And another thing that you could have said, you know, that you noticed, they still continued making shore troopers, right? For Rogue One. And so
I thought that was a little weird too.
Well, exactly. So that told me they're not done with the line. But also, think about it. They're making figures that, or they made a figure that is a helmeted figure. So it's an easy figure to make. It was a reused figure. Right, it's a reused figure. Remember that they had originally made the original Shore Trooper for Rogue One. Then they made one for the Mandalorian. Then they made it again for Rogue One, or the other way around. First Rogue One, then Mandalorian. So they've reused the same.
They've gotten a lot of mileage out of the mold.
They've reused everything. So even with that said, I said, well, the reason why they're not done is because they're still making figures. Now you could say, well, they're making helmeted figures. Doesn't mean they're going to make a sculpted figure to produce Base Malbus. They're making Galen because they're still making head sculpts for the line. Therefore, Base is coming. That is my.
Have we seen that before though, where they go ahead and where they revisit a line after a certain number of years? Because it's not like we got no figures. We got Shuri, we got the Stormtroopers, we got Vader. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years later, we're going to come back after 9 years and do those figures again. Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If there's money to be made, they'll make that money.
They're going to re-release them. We'll get another Vader.
I'm telling you, and don't sleep on, you know, I at this moment, I can tell you this. I don't think there will be any Jyn Erso reissues. I don't think there'll be any of that at all. Okay? At all. I don't think so. Same reason why I tell you guys that Escape Leia is not coming, because they're not reusing any of those things. They're not reusing that Leia head sculpt. If they decide to make her, it'll be an updated figure. It'll be most likely artisan at that, because they're not reusing head sculpts at this moment. They were years ago. They're not now. So that's why they're gonna keep making these figures randomly out of the blue. Very exciting news. I can tell you that figure is gonna look gorgeous. It was a very plain figure, but the detail on his face and the way he looks, he's got a specific look, and the figure is gonna be a 10 all day long guarantee. And I'm pretty sure he had long hair as well. Did he not?
Yeah. Oh, Galen? He did, but then in the later scenes, when he was back in service to the Empire, I think they had him trimmed up and cleaned up quite a bit.
Jyn Leia 2 this guy. Unbelievable. Updated Skull's body and tailoring. Let's see. There's Vader back to tank from Rogue One. I can tell you this, and I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. And before I say it again, obviously I got to remind you guys that I've said this before. Therefore, here we go.
He's going to say it again.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
So what I think is going to happen is this. They already made the Darth Vader battle damage. Why is that important? Because if you pay attention to the figure, it shows you the pieces, the robotic pieces where they attach, right? Like on the leg, for example.
Yeah.
See the leg, the cybernetic, the robotic leg attached to the knee, right? So you see that. You see, I believe, the arm as well, if I'm not mistaken. So they're showing you all these parts, right? Why wouldn't they make some type of diorama with him in it? You could call it a power pose, you could call it a diorama, you could call it whatever hell you want, but it would be an easy thing for them to make now that the parts are already there, and they could easily make the rest of it. So it's a possibility. Is it coming? I don't know. It's a huge possibility. What do you think, Brandon?
I think so. I think that might be because we're kind of on a Vader kick lately. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yep.
But I think that would be the battle damage Vader, I think they probably should have sandbagged until after this, because we've had too many Vaders too quickly. People are already burned out on Vader. But I think this would have been a great one to have leading up to the battle damage Vader, because they nailed it out of the park so hard with the foreshadowing, the symbolism with his cape, the battle damage cape that makes up, as it's blowing and it's damaged, it makes up the half of his helmet that's missing. That should have been the last Vader that we see for 3 or 5 years, honestly.
Well, I was gonna say, you bring a good point. I would never, me personally would never be Vadered out. But what's happening is we are getting Vaders back to back to back. They're all very, very different. Okay. And I don't think people will ever get Vadered out. I know exactly what you mean. They're pumping out Vader after Vader, right? Which naturally you would think, all right, enough, right? It's Vader, but they're all different. They all look very cool, very new. They're not just your standard, exactly the same looking Vaders. So I think that makes it more palatable for a collector.
I'm going to fight you on that one, Fabs, because when Kenobi Vader dropped, okay, people reached out to me for the damaged head. They reached out to me for the chest, the vest, the Velcro vest that has the wired light in it.
Which one?
Okay, the vest, because his suit is in 3 parts. He's got the pants, the tunic with the stretchy fabric underneath, right, that just has the sleeves on it.
Right.
Okay, and then he has the vest that goes over it, and that's where the chest plate snaps in and out. Okay, so people bought the vest, people bought the damaged head, and then some people who had old scuffed up Vaders were buying the complete head from the DX-28. That was it. People weren't even buying his wired lightsaber. Okay, so people were upgrading their existing Vaders, is what I'm getting at, the point that I'm trying to make. People were upgrading their existing Vaders instead of buying the new one. So I'm not so sure that we're gonna see people who are like, give me more Vader. This will be different, obviously, because when this one drops and he's in the back to tank, there's going to be hardcore lighting involved. There's going to be, it's a back to tank. It's going to be a whole dio piece, So I don't think that'll be the case with this one. But so far as producing another Vader that's 90% the same as every other Vader we've gotten, I think we're at the end of that road, and we have to be, man. We've got, what did we get? We got the DX-27 and 8, okay, which was Kenobi. We've got the new DX that's coming out, the Return of the Jedi one, and the only thing that's different about that is the blue lightning, the purple lightning, right?
And the head sculpt, the head sculpt.
Well, yeah, the head sculpt.
We never got
and
that.
then there's the base. And then we go ahead and we get to battle damage Vader. It's still the same design, even if it's you're showing off his robotic parts and stuff. It's still the same design.
Correct.
It's not like Vader had a ton of different looks in the movies. So I think that's this has got to be the last one for a minute. It really, really does.
Yeah, the battle damage has to be. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, unless again it's some random out of the blue, like here is some diorama that nobody expected, blah blah blah. That could be it. Now, Brandon, the actual Tony Stark figure, how do you like it? Good, bad? You don't care for it?
I love it. No, I love it. I think it's great. Like I said, I look at it. I don't see Robert Downey Jr. I look at it and I see Tony Stark. And I think that's the most important part. I really like what they did with the wrists, though, because the one thing that irritates me about standard figures is the wrist joint all the time. Like I even got customs where I'll have their clothing when I have custom clothing made for my customs.
Right.
I have the sleeves always made 1/8 of an inch longer, so that way I can pull the sleeve down around the brace of the hand. So that way you don't see the joint. But I like that they used his watch and whatever that is, the communicator that called the armor.
Sensors, yeah, the sensors.
Yeah, the sensors, to go ahead and on both wrists. Because in the movie, I think it was only on one, wasn't it?
No, both.
Was it both? Okay.
Yeah, because remember he's falling with his arms up and both signals.
Right, and the suit catching. Got it. Yeah, I do remember that. So, but yeah, I think it's just great. Like that was the best outfit to pick because of those sensors, because that's going to cover up the wrist joint all day long, and I really, really like that.
And look at this, even though it's the exact same wrist pegs that we always get, look how clean they look down here.
Yeah,
Looks
you
very
can't see him at all.
right. Well, you see it right there, and you see it right here. But look how very minimal you see. Very, very minimal.
I mean, maybe I'm blind, man, but I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Yeah,
And
right here.
that makes me happy.
I see the little piece that holds the actual bowl joint together, and here on
Oh,
this
okay.
side it's like a little bit of it. So no, it's beautiful, very very cleanly done, very nicely done. One thing
Yeah.
that I did notice is the eyes come already preset looking to, I believe, his left. So they look there. He's already looking to the left for whatever reason. I don't know why. But also comes with rolling eyes, as you can see. It's a very, very nice looking Tony Stark compared to the Mark VI that just came out. That head sculpt was not good at all, which is very disappointing for it to be the last Mark VI that we're supposed to be getting, you know, fully suited up. We may get obviously another Mark VI down the line at some point eventually for whatever reason, which we're never going to stop getting. Mark 1s, 2s, 3s, 4, 5, 6, and 7s. That's just a given. Again, how many more years are we getting them for? Who knows? But it is what it is. Brandon, 1 to 10. Overall, as a figure, not just head sculpt, but overall.
Overall,
the attachments.
I'm going to give him a solid 9 just for the innovative quality of the kit itself, because that's the figure there is Tony Stark. But when you can pose him in different phases of the armor wrapping around his body, I think that's bitch, and I think it's really, really cool. If we go, I was going to ask you, go to the last photo, the one where it shows everything that he comes with.
It's not here. It's not here.
Oh, it's not there. I noticed they stopped that a couple of figures are missing that, and I really don't like it. It's my favorite picture out of all of them. But
I'm going to pull it up.
I'm very interested to see how the armor works. Like, is the chest plate a separate piece that you just snap onto him? You know, because they show him in so many different phases of the armor building around him. You know, especially that falling one. The falling one I think is great. But then you see him with, you know, with the chest plate on and everything else. I'm just wondering how many different parts kind of come with that kit, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to try to pull it up so you can compare all the accessories. But of course, Sideshow is frozen because everybody's losing their minds over the announcement.
Dude.
So
no,
I was going to show you.
It's a spam protection.
Look at
Try
the detail
closing
on
the Sideshow tab, and that one will respond.
Look at the detail on the arms. Look at the veins on both arms. That is beautiful. There you go. They're changing the body.
Oh, there's the peg. I can see it now.
They're updating the bodies again. They're always getting better. They're always updating. They're always upgrading. This is what I tell you about the best company in the world. They're not sitting back like Inart saying this is perfect. They're not sitting back like Jazz saying this is perfect all the time. They keep getting better and better on their own. They don't need to tell us, hey, by the way, can you start putting veins in the arms to make them look more real? Can you start getting more detail with the body so they can be more real? Nobody's telling them that. They're doing that on their own.
And you know what's funny, though, is that I feel like they've been doing that for a minute, because this is a DX9. Was it DX09? The Luke Bespin 2-pack. Okay, and the body is their generic Hot Toys body, but the forearms on the body, you're not going to be able to see this, but the forearms on the body are textured and have veins and stuff on it too. So it's good to see, you know, those types of subtleties, you know, being reused and being kept on, rather than, you know, them going ahead and just cutting corners with it.
Joker just says, well, would you look at that? Just got my Deadpool Vader incoming notices. Oh my God.
Oh geez, I don't need that right now.
Vader is floating in a bacteria tank like Del Taco. Well, it's a coincidence. Brandon is here. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. All right, so now, guys, our next release, which is another exciting release, is there it is. There is Galen Erso. Is this beauty, which came, it looks like months early than what it was supposed to be coming out. So here is Balon Skoll from the Ahsoka series. Is this something you got? Are you getting this? Are you selling this? Are you parting this out at all? And do you like the figure?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep a few of them for parts. I've got a lot of these on pre-order. Okay. I'm going to make an offer to fans of FabsFigures. the same way I did it in my home group. I got a group where I'm most active, and I do special promotions in there. But the promotion that we're doing on Balon Skoll is 0 down. We can take your pre-order and lock you in and make sure you get a figure. The shipped price on them, I'll give you guys the same price. My home group is $310 out the door. That's about $15 or $20 under retail. Okay. And you don't have to put anything down to pre-order. So find me on Facebook. You can search Brand DeLorean Scrapyard Company on Facebook and find my page. Or you can hit me up through the website at bscrap.co and hit me up. We'll get your shit. I'm already getting messages. We'll get your pre-order locked in. I'm excited about this figure. There's a couple reasons. Not for it to sound shitty, but I mean, the actor Ray Stevenson has passed. That means we're never going to see another version of Balon Skoll to this degree. I think the head sculpt is amazing. It is absolutely phenomenal. They captured whatever it is that's in the back of his eyes. When you look at that head sculpt and you see the type of not pitting, but there's a little bit of a well, and that well has just a shade of darkness to it. You can tell that he is a dark side force user, but he is not enveloped by the dark side, which is something that I really, really get a kick out of, is that type of subtlety. I feel like I could talk on this head sculpt forever, but the head sculpt looks fantastic. I love that they really captured, maybe this is more a character design than it was Hot Toys, but I love that they captured the medieval feel, okay? Yes. Because Star Wars borders on a genre that we call science fantasy, okay, where it's, you know, fantasy is elves and trees, and science fiction is aliens and rivets instead of trees, you know. So I feel like, you know, they really did a good job of blending what a medieval knight would look like, okay, in the Star Wars era. Because if you look, keep flipping to the pictures, you're going to see a back shot of him with his cape off to the side that I really got hung up on, that I was staring at for a minute. But you can even see where his armor ties in the back with cable or rope or whatever they use for it. And it's such a great look for that figure, and the outfit and the gear that he wears. The pauldrons, the double layer pauldrons, the same one that we see on the Imperial Praetorians, that's another throwback to the medieval era, because that's how they got more mobility out of their armors. They used plates that they used multiple plates, so that way there was bend and flex to them. So I'm really, really excited about this figure. We've got a lot of them on pre-order. They've been going like hotcakes, and I'm very much looking forward to this arrival.
Mitchell, welcome.
Hello!
He says, I agree. He looks medieval, like a medieval knight.
They both do. They both do. Both he and Shin both have that look. And so I'm interested to see, you know, especially because he has the ties to the Jedi Temple and the fall of Anakin Skywalker. You know, it's like nobody, when we got into Star Wars, nobody knew that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader. But right. He did. He said, yeah, I knew Anakin Skywalker. Few, you know, or everybody knew Anakin Skywalker, but right. Few would see what he became. So that tells me that he knows what Anakin went through. He knows the Anakin Darth Vader story. I want to know where he is at. Okay, I want to see the Balon Skoll show that takes place 25 years before whatever is going on in Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like this is a stimulating character, and I feel like he has the power to branch off, to spin off into his own Star Wars show. I really think so.
Now, well, he's gone. He passed away, so I don't think that's going to happen. But unless they go like
they've got to recast him.
Yeah, they'll go like a younger character or something. But
yeah, when I'm saying his own show, I mean going back, you know, to show where he came from and what he did after the Jedi Order massacre. Right,
exactly. Now, question for you. Speaking of the actual figure, head sculpt alone, 1 to 10.
I maintain that there's no such thing as a 10, but I'll give this one a 9.999. I really will. Like, bring up one of the ones that's a little bit. Yeah, there you go, like that. Look into his eyes, man. If you look into his, like, it's very rare that you've got an action figure where you can look into his eyes and feel emotion. But I feel like it's absolutely there. You go ahead and you position that face and look into his eyes, man. There's something there.
Yeah.
In fact, it might even be a
here he looks very classy, just like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks very. See, one thing I'm trying to like not pick on is the fact that he's got no neck and it looks kind of funky that he's all attached and he just all you see is like literally head. Like that's
Watch
killing
the show. Go back and watch the show, and you'll see he looks just like that.
No. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying that on the figure, obviously on the show in his suit, he looks great. But as a figure, it's like, oh man, like here right now, he looks perfectly fine. But from the front, look at that, no neck whatsoever. It just looks funky.
No,
you know?
go back to picture where you see him from behind. So if that's all the neck we get, then I'm fine with it, because there's a piece of armor that they would wear in the medieval era called the gorget that was there to protect the neck and get protect you from getting your head cut off. So I feel like in the previous pictures that we were looking at, that's got to be a part of the costume, especially because here in the back you can see his neckline, right, or his neck just below his hairline. So I feel like that's more of a costume thing than it is. We should have had more neck.
No, absolutely. It's definitely the costume design. It's not the figure I'm not saying the figure is bad. I'm not saying the figure looks like crap or anything like that. But I'm trying to get past the fact that, he's got no neck and he looks it. You know what I mean? Again, nothing wrong with the design of the suit. Nothing wrong with the figure. Not that they messed it up by any means. No. But it's like, man, like not even a little bit of neck. And again, I know that's what the suit looked like, blah, blah, blah. And I think it looks better. Because of that, I think it looks better with the cloak. And that's just me. It looks fancier with the cloak. It looks more badass with the cloak. It looks meaner with the cloak. It looks more like a Jedi with the cloak. Even though, again, like this is very classy, but the cloak takes away from this funkiness here to me. So yeah, look at that. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did you order this, you said?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of those coming.
Oh,
I got a lot of them coming. Yeah. So like I said, anybody who's out here who is a member, who's a channel member, who is a channel participant, even if you don't like Fabs and you show up to hate on him and that's it, so you can talk about him later, hit me up. We'll get your pre-order locked in. Doesn't cost you anything.
Marika says, I always
down.
Say,
doesn't cost you anything down.
Is a 9 and a perfect likeness plus that a little bit of expression of characters. Oh yeah, that's a nice gauge.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it.
Protect your neck, mofo. Wu-Tang Financial. This guy. Brandon's been Jedi catfish.
Jedi catfish.
Part of the program where we're pretending figures have neck armor.
Hey,
neck armor. This guy. Unbelievable. Here, this for you, Bob. This for you, peasant Bob. Where is it?
Wrong.
Albert says, can't wait to see that neck joint. Oh my God, you guys are crazy.
Oh, dude, get out of here with that shit.
Brandon,
I'll tell you what, though, this is going to be the first time we see a figure drop. Oh, no, because Padme didn't have an alternate head sculpt. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I hate that neck joint.
No,
I was thinking that because he didn't come with like a helmeted version or anything, that we wouldn't get that adapter. But then I remember Padme, she has that. So,
Brandon, anything? You expecting any figures? Did you just get any figure? Obviously, you just got Moff Gideon, but besides that, are you expecting any more coming soon?
Coming soon. ID12 with accessories. I had so many people asking to pre-order those accessories because nobody wants the figure, everybody wants the accessories.
Right.
But so those, I'm expecting those in before the end of the month. There's another big one that's coming. Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. I've still got 3. I think I have 3 pre-orders for him remaining. So reach out to me if you want to Return of the Jedi Vader. I feel like there's one more that's coming by the end of the month, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, reach out and then pay attention. You got me on Instagram. It's at @bscrapyard. Same thing, facebook.com/bscrapyard. That's my Facebook page. And reach out.
Also, let them know my coupon code for your website. Just kidding, I never got one. All right, guys. Don't forget also, we have Comic-Con on Thursday. If you're going to be there, message me somehow. There's no service over there, but message me. Say hello. If you're going to be around, I'll be there Thursday, Saturday. Thursday, Rudy's going to be there. I'll be there with Mike. We don't know what time we're going to be there yet. I'll make an announcement probably either tomorrow or Thursday, letting you guys know what time we'll be there. So stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.